Ladies, let's pretend like I'm the guy and this is you sending me a message. I'm going to tell you exactly how I'm going to play you and potentially get you hooked on me. 2 weeks ago, I got a very interesting DM from a guy I had a date with about 6 years ago, who I will call Jerry. We only had one brief first meeting before I politely told him that I wasn't interested. Nothing at all against him as a person, I just wasn't interested. Well, now Jerry's back and he sent me a DM that I would like to share with you guys today because he makes 4 crucial mistakes that both men and women make that leave them vulnerable to get jerked around and played. Hi there, friends. My name is Maria, and for almost 20 years, I let my mental health struggles dictate my actions in dating. I was doing everything wrong until the day I sat down and decided to change everything. And now that I've finally gotten the relationship I wanted, I would like to teach you what I did wrong so you can do it right and get what you want out of the world of dating. Let's start by talking about Jerry's very first mistake right out of the gate, and that is coming back to a woman who has already told him that she's not interested in him. This is a surefire way to keep yourself single. If you continue to go after people who reject you, it screams desperate. And it makes people wonder what it is about you that would have you coming back to someone who has already rejected you. This is because people who have a confident, healthy abundance mindset don't continue to go back to people who've already said no. All right, so mistake number 1, coming back after already have been rejected. Here's mistake number 2. After he DMs me, I don't respond to him because I actually don't remember who he is, so I'm assuming it's some kind of spam ghost person from social media. And he acknowledges that, texting me saying, "I'm assuming that you don't remember me." To which I reply, "Gosh, I'm sorry. I'm a lot better with faces than I am with names." After I tell him I don't even remember who he is, he keeps going. He keeps going even though I'm showing him one of the biggest signs of low interest. I don't even remember him. That's almost not even low interest. It's no interest. I don't even remember his name after we went on an actual date. And I found that date so uninteresting, I didn't even remember his name. Now, obviously, he should have stopped before he even started this endeavor. By at this point, he really should politely bow out. But not Jerry. He keeps on going. He says, "Well, go ahead and look on my Facebook profile. I've got selfies on there." And I do. I go ahead and look. And then I completely stop responding to him because now I recognize him. I remember him. I've already told him I'm not interested in him, and I'm going to go about my day. Now, you might think that's rude, and maybe it is, but I didn't ghost Jerry. I've already told him I wasn't interested in continuing to talk to him 6 years ago. And this brings us swiftly into mistake number 3. It's clear at this point that I have exited the conversation. Jerry knows this, and 6 hours later, what does he do? He commits the ultimate crime when it comes to trying to talk to and date people. He double texts me. If you've seen my other videos, you've probably figured out how against double texting I am for just how it makes you look in general. And for those of you who do not yet realize that double texting is the death knell of attraction, I have a video called Maintaining Respect While Dating. I'll leave a link to it down in the description below. Mistake number 3 is a 2-parter because not only does Jerry double text me after I don't respond, but his statement is a joke about his insecurity using a nervous, sweaty emoji. Insecurity is not attractive. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. And then Jerry rolls right into mistake number 4, which is even though I've given him so many signs of disinterest, he pushes right through, ignores all of them, and continues to invite me out. He says things like, "Me and a few friends are looking for cool stuff to do on Halloween. Please share if you hear of anything." The word please in all caps, like please, I'm begging, I'm chasing. Hit the like button if you're starting to see a pattern of behavior here. And then he goes on, and I do mean goes on. If you'll notice, if you can see here, my response to him is one sentence in purple, and that's the last thing I ever said. And he's got 1, 2, 3 messages after this that are fairly long. He just goes on and on and on to someone who is not responding to him. Jerry says, my band is playing at the so-and-so tomorrow night from 7 to 10 p.m. in case you're interested, ... Does anyone leave a comment down below, please. Does anyone from the outside looking into this conversation feel like I am interested at all? Things don't look good for Jerry, and at this point, the main reason I would now never go out with him is because he is someone who obviously cannot take no for an answer. Let's say the roles were reversed, and I'm a guy, and this was a girl texting me. At this point, yeah, I'd stop responding, and I'd probably just think, she's pretty annoying. However, as a woman, I could start to think, man, this guy could potentially be dangerous because he might not know how to take no for an answer. So I'm not going to go ahead and put myself in a situation where I'm ever alone with him. Now let's keep the roles reversed. Ladies, let's pretend like I'm the guy and this is you sending me a message. I'm going to tell you exactly how I'm going to play you and potentially get you hooked on me. But first, if you are getting value from this information, please like and hit the subscribe button so you can get more tips on how to navigate the dating world with a healthier mindset so you can come out on top. All right, ladies, this is how we accidentally get hooked on toxic people that are bad for our mental health. Toxic and very manipulative people know how to use the highs and lows of dopamine and anxiety to keep you coming back. If we haven't gotten very much FaceTime in with someone, then all they have to go on are the messages that we are sending them on this screen. When you send messages like this that are full of double texts and ignoring the fact that you are being ignored, charging forward and inviting them out to spend time with you, even though they've shown you signs that they are not interested, the message you are sending says that you don't have a lot of options. You need them and want them more than they want you. You are completely riddled with anxiety and insecurity, and no matter how poorly someone treats you, you will always be there. If I was a guy who was just looking to use a girl for one night, I would see these messages as an opportunity to do just that. And here's how I would do it. On the very last message where you invited me to come see your band play, I would either send a very ambivalent, maybe very bland text, or I wouldn't message at all. And then I would let all of that insecurity fester inside of you. Then I would actually show up to the place where your band is playing, and I would act really excited to see you. And then your brain goes from dopamine depletion, maybe kind of feeling rejected and down in the dumps, to all of a sudden being flooded with dopamine because you've put your validation in my hands. I'm going to pretend for one night that you're the only girl in the world. I'm going to hit it and forget it, use you and dump you. And then you're going to be left emotionally shattered to pick up your own pieces because I'm not going to be there. Well, until I felt like seeing you again. And now that you've already accidentally started attaching your personal validation to what I think, you'll be more than happy to come at every beck and call. I've got you now exactly where I want you. I know this scenario sounds mean and awful, but people do it to each other all the time. I've had guys do it to me. You might have even had a guy do it to you. So I'm glad you're here on this channel so we can learn how to protect ourselves by not accidentally messaging people in a way that leaves us open and vulnerable to getting used. The next time you are texting someone that you like and you start to feel a lot of anxiety, take a pause, take a breath, take a few minutes, paint your nails. Just realize that sometimes we accidentally misrepresent ourselves by doing anxious little things that actually diminish people's attraction that maybe they could have had for us. You don't want to do that to yourself. Think of our old pal Jerry and the 4 mistakes that he made in this video and just check yourself and make sure that you aren't accidentally following down the same destructive path. And I will talk to you very soon.